If you are watching this video, I am sorry. You probably had a great night last night, but maybe not doing so hot today because of hangxiety, the anxiety you feel during a hangover. And in this video, we will be discussing why we feel hangxiety to begin with, how we can mentally and physically recover, and what we can do for the future so we don't have to watch this damn video again. All right, so let's talk about the hangxiety, and it actually starts while you're drinking, believe it or not. So there's a chemical called GABA, which stands for Gamma-Aminobutyric Acid, which is why we're going to keep calling it GABA. But basically, the receptors that are responsible for receiving this chemical become more sensitive, which means that it takes less amount of GABA to have the same calming effect when we're drinking alcohol. So the brain's like, all right, well, I guess I don't need to make as much GABA because these receptors are picking it up pretty damn good. The problem comes in is after we're done drinking and the receptor sensitivity comes down because of the effects of the alcohol wear off, the production of GABA is still low. The brain still thinks that it's on this level of sensitivity when it's actually back down. That's where the hangxiety comes from. All right, so the reason for explaining this whole GABA hangxiety process is because that's just simply how it feels to have hangxiety. It's simply, this is what it feels like to have lower amounts of GABA. While it doesn't feel good, it is normal for drinking heavily, and these are just simply the after effects. So let's just be aware of how we feel right now. Try to do so without judgment and not being reactive to it, knowing that it will pass. Now, what are some things that we can do to help it pass more quickly? Well, we can apply mindfulness or a meditation technique, and you don't need to have any meditation experience to do this simple breathing exercise. So it's called 4-7-8, where you simply inhale for 4, do it with me. Hold for 7. Then exhale for 8. All right, you can do that for about 10 minutes or however long you need, but that's a great technique to kind of slow the mind down and help you while it recalibrates the GABA production. All right, the next part is physical recovery. So the first thing is always to hydrate with electrolytes, body armor, Gatorade, Powerade, whatever. The other is to eat a meal, of course. If you can't eat a full meal, you still kind of feel nauseous, then maybe just some crackers or toast or banana if you can. The other part is to rest. If you feel tired, go ahead, lay down and rest. If you're feeling antsy and jittery and like almost you have to move, that's kind of how I feel sometimes, to go out for a walk outside and getting some sunlight. Now, even if the sun is not out, being in the natural light gives you a natural boost of serotonin, which is great because that is also diminished from alcohol. Real quick, I just want to apologize. As you can see, I'm wearing something different and it's a new day. The last part of the video's audio got cut out, so let's go ahead and finish now. The first thing we want to do is reflect on what went wrong that night or whenever it was and you're drinking heavily. Oftentimes with me, I will finish my cup or drink and then immediately and unconsciously getting another one without even stopping to think of how I feel and if I actually do need another. And the question or the answer is always probably not. The other thing we can do is set an intention or limits going into this drinking event of I'm going to have 3 drinks or 4 drinks, or maybe cut myself off from drinking at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Another thing you can do is alternatively between drinks is have a glass of water. These ways are great to help mitigate having hangxiety and hangovers to begin with. So I hope you learned a bit about hangxiety and hangovers, and I hope you feel better soon. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. This is fun.